Thank you, Chairman Inhofe, Ranking Member Boxer, and members of the committee. Thank you for the opportunity to provide input on the need to reauthorize MAP 21. My name is Carlos Braceras, and I serve as the Executive Director of the Utah Department of Transportation. Today, it's my honor to testify on behalf of the state of Utah and AASHTO. Throughout the history of our country, transportation has played an integral role in the success of our economy. While states have done an admirable job in addressing transportation within their boundaries, there is clearly a need for a cohesive national transportation system. Our federal highway program is a federally funded, state-administered program based on the 100-year-old partnership between the federal government and state DOTs. Nearly half of all the capital funding for highway and bridge projects comes from the federal government, and eliminating the federal participation in this partnership will leave too big a hole for the states to be able to make up on their own. State DOTs have a strong partnership with their local governments in their respective states. The transportation planning process requires state DOTs to work extensively with local planning agencies and the public in developing multimodal transportation plans and identifying projects that are supported by the Highway Trust Fund. This process works well and is the foundation of the performance-based programs established under MAP 21. Rather than drastically altering the federally funded, state-administered nature of the federal highway program and facing consequences of such disruption, we should highlight examples where state DOTs have strong, productive partnerships with local governments and where the transportation planning process is working well. In Utah, as with all of our sister states, the success of our communities, both large and small, is critical. As such, we have developed what we refer to as the Unified Plan, in which all of our metropolitan planning organizations, cities, counties, and transit authorities have come together to develop a unified plan of projects that will address the goals of the state and individual communities for the next 30 years. In Utah, we speak with one voice toward an agreed-upon set of goals. As Congress considers policy changes in the next reauthorization bill, it should build on the successful reforms of MAP 21. We all share the goal of utilizing the resources invested in our transportation system as effectively and efficiently as possible. We can accomplish this by streamlining the project delivery process, such as clarifying that states participating in the NEPA delegation may make project-level conformity determinations. Give the states the ability to approve designs and right-of-way acquisitions. Allow state DOT modal administrators to use categorical exclusions determined by other modal administrators. Furthermore, Congress should consider authorizing a consolidated funding pilot program. This would build on the program consolidation efforts made in MAP 21 by treating all core funding programs as a single consolidated apportionment. States would only be eligible to participate in the program once they have established performance management systems that ensure accountability and transparency. Utah is ready to step forward and pilot such a program, and I am convinced that we will be able to demonstrate that we will be able to better meet both the transportation goals of this country and those of Utah. I encourage Congress to seek additional opportunities to continue moving the federal highway and safety programs towards performance and outcome-based programs that emphasize results as opposed to process. In conclusion, AASHTO remains committed to helping Congress pass a robust long-term surface transportation authorizing bill as soon as possible. The current extension expires in the middle of the spring construction season, and already several state DOTs are postponing needed projects that are scheduled to go out to bid. The sooner Congress acts, there's a greater likelihood that these projects will be built this year as opposed to being pushed back another year. This week, hundreds of state DOT leaders from nearly every state in the country are just a couple blocks away, attending AASHTO's 2015 Washington briefing. Over the next couple days, most of them will be up here on the Hill, meeting with their congressional delegations, advocating for a long-term surface transportation bill that addresses our surface transportation investment needs. I'd like to thank you once again for the opportunity to testify today, and I will be more than happy to answer any questions the committee has.